morning everyone, this is Bremster and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Multiplydown by the T-Rex. I'd asked him why Multiplydown, and because it didn't make sense having read the rules. And the reason is, if you look in the grid, there's kind of this rocket shape pattern. And because there's multiplication in the rules, which I have to admit scares me a little, he said that rather than doing a countdown, he wanted to do a multiply down theme, and it was a bit of a pun. I like puns, so cool. That's fun. Before I get onto the puzzle, though, today is pretty much the last day you've got to submit the entry for my single puzzle hunt. So I've had running my puzzle hunt. This is the riddle that will lead you to the puzzle hunt. Yes, you have to put hyphen fixed at the end if you answer the riddle. I've also got in this video a link directly to the puzzle at the bottom, where you can just jump straight to it if you do not want to attempt the riddle because you're running out of time. Anyone who successfully submits their answer before my video comes out tomorrow, which is on the 27th of January, will win a puzzle pack, a 9 connected Sudoku puzzle pack by Ashish Kumar, and will be in the running to win an entire month of Ashish Kumar's enthralling Sudoku puzzles, which is, yeah, it's it's about 50 puzzles and they're fantastic. They're really, really good. I highly recommend jumping on and backing him as a patron and getting these puzzles every month, but you can win a month from just completing one of my puzzles if you're lucky. And as I said, you can jump straight to the puzzle with the link below, but you've only got one day to get that in, so good luck if you wish to try and do that. But to this puzzle. So Multiplydown by the T-Rex. The ways, this has only really 3 rules in place, or 2 if you consider this a variant. The first is normal Sudoku rules. In every box, in every row, and in every column, you must place the digits 1 to 9 without repetition. There are these quadruple clues. Now, the way quadruple clues work is that the digits that are in the circle must appear in the 4 cells that are touching that circle. So we know that 1 and 8 will be in those 4 squares. We know that 5 and 4 will be in those 4 squares. However, on top of this, there is an extra rule, which is when you multiply one or more of the pairs of diagonally adjacent cells touching a one of these quadruples, you will get the number that is in the quadruple. So either that times that will equal 18, or that times that will equal 18. This times this will equal 54, this times this will equal 54. I am horrible at maths. You can be absolutely certain I have a calculator open. I've opened the Google search window for how do I find a factor of a number. Because you sitting here while I scribble out maths and stuff, that's not helpful to you. Could I do that? Yes. Would it be fun to watch? No. So yeah, I'm absolutely using a calculator for that. So with that, this is apparently solvable. So let's give this a shot. So I'm going to start right here in box 1 because box 1 is useful. We know that 1 and 8 has to go into these 4 cells. But we also need digits that multiply to 18. Now, if 1 was one of the numbers that multiplied to 18, then the other cell would have to be 18. That's not going to work. 18 is also not divisible by 8. Not to an integer, at least not to a Sudoku number. It can be, but it's not to a Sudoku number. So 1 and 8 plus 2 numbers that multiply to 18. So we know we have 1 and 8 in here. Now, 2 and 9 don't work because they're not available. 3 and 6 works. Can't use 4. 5 doesn't work. 3 and 6 we've already talked about. 7 doesn't work. 8 we've used. 9 we've used. This has to be 1, 3, 6, and 8 are what has to go in those 4 cells. So we've got 1 and 8 and 3 and 6 in here, and the 3 and the 6 must be diagonally much touched diagonally, not vertically or horizontally. So we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 go into those cells. So this must have a 2 in it and must have 2 cells diagonally that multiply to 2. So we know that the 1 and the 2 are in here, but we're not sure where. 54. So we know there's a 4 and a 5 in here, and we need 2 numbers that multiply to 54. So the factors of 54... 1 doesn't help us because we can't put 54 in a cell. 2 doesn't help us. We can't put 26 in a cell. 3 doesn't help us. We can't put whatever that is. 6. It would be 9 times 6, and the next one is 9. So we need 6 and 9. So this has to be 4, 5, 6, and 9 in those cells. And if we use that... So first of all, we know 6 is in here and 6 is in here, so 6 must go down here. 4 and 5 are in both of those, so 4 and 5 have to go down here, and because 5 has to go in here, that can't be the 5. I'm just working around the clues, trying to figure out what I can figure out. So this has to have a 1 and a 5 in it. Now, the factors of 15, I can't use the 1 and the 5 diagonally. That can't happen. I know there must be a 2 in here. Sorry, I should have paid more attention because 2's must go in there, so we can't put 2's in any of those. So 2 is in one of those. So is 15 the place to look? Because I have to put a 5 in one of those. I need to put a 1 somewhere, which will put a 1 in one of those two, because 1 must go in here, 1 must go in here, so it can't go in any of those. 1 must go in here, and I can't put it there. So with the 15, how do I make 15? 1 times 15 doesn't work. 2 times 7.5 doesn't work. 3 times 5, 4 doesn't work. 5 is times 3. 6 doesn't work. 7 doesn't work. 8 doesn't work. 9 doesn't work. It has to be 3 times 5. So that means there has to be a 3 in one of these two cells going opposite the 5. And I need to put a 1 in here somewhere. This pencil marking is getting horrible, but I don't see another way of doing it. 45 is a big number. There has to be pressure on that. So I need to put a 4 and a 5 in there. And to get to 45, so that I can do 9 times 5. 8 doesn't work. 7 doesn't work. 6 doesn't work. And then I'm down to 9 times 5. So there has to be a 9 in here as well. So there's 4, 5, and 9 in here, which puts a 9 down here with the 4 and the 5. So there's no 2 here, there's no 1 here, and this is 4, 5, 9 without that one being the 5. That's very clever. And we've got 1. That has to be a 1, 3 pair because I have to put a 1 in for the quadruple, and I need to put a 3 in to multiply with the 5 to get the 15. This is a clever puzzle. I am going to be so bad at this. So 4, 5, 9. So these are now fixed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hang on. 1 has to be here and 1 has to be here. So 1 is in one of those two as well. $24. Okay, so I need to put 2 and 4 in it. 2 multiplied by doesn't work. 3 times... Okay. I'm already starting to overload my math brain. I should get better at math. And all of a sudden Google is deciding not to tell me. 3 times what is 24? 3 times 8 is 24. Yep, Google hasn't helped me. I'm having to do this in my head. So I could do 3, 8. I could do 4, 6. I can't do 5, and then I'm back to... So this is either 3, 8 or 4, 6. So that's not helping me. So it's either 2, 4, 3, 8 or 2, 4, 6 and something else. Okay. Factors of 42, however, is going to be a lot less. So 42. I need to put a 4 and a 2 in there. I can still put a 2 anywhere but here. I still can... I can't put a 4 there, so I can put a 4 in any of those. I can't do 1 times 42. I can't do 2 times 21. I can't do 3 times whatever that is. I can't do 4 times something. 5 times something doesn't work. 6 times 7 is 42. So this has to be 6 times 7. Wait a minute. It can't be 1, 2, 3, or 4 because I'd need a number higher than 10. I can't do 5 because this isn't a multiple of 5. 6 times 7 works. 7 then gets me to 6, and then 8 I'm going the wrong way. It'd be 8 times... No, 8 doesn't work because 8 times 5 is 40, and 9 doesn't work because 40... Yeah, this has to be 6 times 7, but I can't put 6 or 7 in that cell. So they have to go into those two cells, and I can't put 6 there. That is 7. That is 6. Is that my first digit? That's my first digit. So this is 6 and 7. Which means these need to be 4 and 2, and that can't be 2. That's the 4. That's the 2. That's a 9. That's a 5. There's no 2 there. Now this 15, this was 3 times 5. So that's the 3 and that's the 1. That's clever. That 42 clue was incredibly powerful. Now, how could I do this again? It was either 6 times 4 or 8 times 3. But if I do 8, 3 here now, this has to be both 2 and 4, which it can't be. So this has to be 6 and 4, this has to be the 2, and I don't know what that is. That means there's no 2 in there. So if 2 is there, 1 has to be there to be diagonally opposite, which I got from that one. Arg. Morning coffee will help me do better. That is not true. 2 and 2, maybe it will. 2 and 2. I saw normal Sudoku. I never see normal Sudoku. That was very clever. So this is done, this is done, this is done. This needs to be 6. Now, the only way to do 6 is 1, 6, or 2, 3, and I can't put a 3 in there. So that has to be the 6. There is no 6 in there. That's a 7, 8 pair. That is a 2. There is no 6 up here. Now, 54 was going to be... Should have written this down. 54 was going to be... I can't use 4 or 5, so it's going to be 6 times 9. And if 6 isn't up there, then 9 must be up there. So this is 4, 5, 6. So 9 is up there, 9 is down there, so that takes 9 out of those. Now 45, was that going to be 9 times 5? Can't use 8, can't use 7, can't use 6. Yeah, it had to be 9 times 5. So if 9 is down here, 5 must be up here, and I can't do 5 down here. 5 is up here, I take 5 out of there. This is 4, 9. Take the 4 out of there. 4 being up there takes 4 out of there. So 5 is up there. This now has to be a 4, 9 pair, because I need to put 4 and 9 in here, and I can't put either of them up there. So I've got 4, 9 down here and 5 here, and the 5 is diagonally opposite the 9. This now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 7 and 8, and this 8 makes that the 7 and that the 8. How am I doing so well at this? Prepare for me to crash and burn. This rocket is going straight into the ground. This needs to be 1, 2, and 3. That can't be a 2. This 36. So I need to put a 3 somewhere in one of those two. 3 times... Hang on. 3 would need to be opposite 12. Well, I can't do that. So if I put 3 there, I'd need to put 12. So this needs to be the diagonal that sums to 36. That's a 6. 6 times 6 is 36. So there must be a 3 in one of those two. But I don't know which. And I don't really want to pencil mark across boxes. I've got my quadruple clue telling me that. So what quadruple clues haven't I done now? Not sure. 6 and 6 is looking into this box, making that a 6. Which is eliminating 6 from there and making that a 6. Then there must be an 8 in one of those. There's probably a stack of Sudoku I'm missing, because I'm not seeing quadruple clues to resolve. 3... Okay, I am not against marking quadruples to look for something, because some of these are way bigger than quadruples, though. I mean, this is 1, 2, 3, 5. That's not 1 or 3, so that's 2 or 5. That's not 2, that's not 3. Two, 4, 5, 9. There's 2, 4, 5, and that's any of them. This is not getting me anywhere. That can't be a 5, because 5 has to go in one of those 4. That's a 2. Takes 2 out of those. That being a 2 takes 2 out of there. I've got a 1, 3 pair. That becomes a 2. This is now a 1, 3, 8. There's no 3 there. That 7 is looking at making that a 5 and that a 7. That 5 is making that a 6 and that a 5. Now this had to be 6 times 9, which makes that the 4. There is no 6 in there, and 18 had to be 3 times 6. So if there's no 6 there, there is no 3 there. One, 3, 8. There has to be a 9 down here, but this is 1, 3, 8, and 9. There's no 1, 3 there. There's no 8 there. Okay, everyone, I'm back. I just wish to apologize. I just had a migraine while I was solving, and eventually my wife had to come and find me and stop the recording. And there's like an hour of me just sitting here in absolute agony. You'll never see that part of the video. That will get edited out. But I've had some painkillers which have now kicked in mostly. I'm still not feeling great, but this puzzle should be seen, so I'm going to finish it. Um, so, migraines are just something I have. It's fine. So, where are we up to? I actually do not remember, but I'd remembered, I think that I've cracked most of these. So, 18 was going to be 3 by 6. 42 is done, 15 is done, 6 is done. I can't do 2 times 7 is not 6. 45 is going to be 9 times 5. I have to put a 3 in one of those. This is done. Um, 4 has to go here. So 4 has to go in one of those. So that's a 4, which doesn't give me anything. Oh, that's 6. It's taking 6 out of there. This is the 6, which means, hang on a minute, this was 18 is 3 times 6. So we've now got a 1, 8 pair. That 3 means that is not a 3. 3. 6, 6, 6, 3, 3. 3 now has to go in one of those 2. This is a triple. 1, 3, and 5. Hang on. I need to put a 3 in one of those, and that 3 means I can't put it there. That is a 3. That is not a 3. That is a 1-8 pair, so that is a 3. That is a 1. That takes the 1 out of there. Is this the only place the 5... Yeah, this is the only place the 5 could go around this quadruple now. So we've now got all of that resolved. That takes 5 out of there. This had to be 9 times 5. So, yeah, 3 times 9 does not get me to 45. This is 9 times 5. This is where the 4 goes. There is no 4 there. There is no 9 in any of those. 4 and 9. 9 now has to be in those two. 4 is also up there, but I had that already. Five can't be in those. Yeah, I'm not sure. This is a triple. 1, 7, and 8. That's not 8. That's not helpful. So I've got the multiplication, I've got the quadruple. Once I get the multiplication, I've got the quadruple. That one's done, 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 that one is done, that one is done. I'm just down to Sudoku now. I've got the even numbers. So this is 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, and it's not 9. So it's 1, 3, 5, or 7. That is not helpful. Sorry, I'm seeing spots, and I don't just mean the quadruple clues. But puzzles need to be seen. Persist for your art. This is not art. Anyone who says this is art is crazy. So, what do we have here? Can I narrow anything else down? I feel this box. So 1, I've got 2, 3 has to go in one of those. 4, 5, 6 I've got, 7. 7 has to go down the bottom. Both 5 and 7 have to go down the bottom. So 5 is in one of those two. 7 is down here. 8, 9. Maybe this column. 1, 4, 5, 7, and 8. So that's 1, 7, or 8. Two has to go in one of those two. So that's an X-wing on 2s. There's a weird thing happening with 8s. But once I get that far, 8s kind of blow up because they can go in... Actually, why have I said 8s can't go there? Which means 8s are wide open in that box. It's got to be something with this one too, doesn't it? No, but I can place 6 in this box. So this is now a quadruple. 1, 7, 8, 9. That's not 9. Oh, come on. That's not 1. That's not 1. One, 5, 7, 8, 9. So this is 5, 7, 8, 9. That's because 1 has to be up here. This has just got to be down to Sudoku. And the 2s are fairly limited. So is it the 1s? But I don't see... Like if that's the 1, that's the 1. But that just leaves 1s in any of those. And then these just form an X-wing on 1s. And if this is the 1, then 1s are even more wide open. Oh, hang on. There can't be 1 in there. That's a 3-5 pair. Because that's a 1, 7, 8, 9. Hang on. That can't be a 9. This is the only place for a 9 in the row. So that's an 8. There is no 8 there. That makes that a 1 and that an 8. That being a 1 makes that the 1, which makes that the 2, which makes that the 2. That is not the 1. That is not the 2. Okay, so we now have 1. That is not an 8. So this is a 1, 7 pair. Two, 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 two. Okay, all the 2s. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So there's 2 X-wings on 1s. So this is 5, 7, 8. That's all the quadruple clues done now. So it is just Sudoku. One, 7. This column, 3, 7, 8, 9. There's a 3, 7, 8 there. That's a 9. So there's no 9 there. That's a 7, 8 pair. That becomes a 5. That makes that the 3. This is now a 4. This is not 4 or 9. This is 5. This is 4. 4, 5 makes that 9, which makes that 7, which makes that 5, which makes that 4. The 5 goes over making that 3 and that 5. The 7 looks over making that 1 and that 7. The 1 looks over making that the 1 and that not the 1. Okay, progress. The 7 looks up, that is not 7. So this is not 2, that has to be 1, 8 or 9 for the column. And it sees 1 or 9. That is the 8, that is not the 8. This is the 8 looks down making that 1, that 8. Looks up making that 9. This is not 8. This is a 1, 7 pair. This 1 makes that the 7 and that the 1. Now I've just got these center boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, not 6, 3 and 8. That 3 gives me the 8 and the 3. That gives me the 7 and the 8, which gives me the 8, no, 7 and the 8. Sorry, everyone. Makes that a 9. The final 2 now must be 5 and 7. And I hope that is the solution to multiply down. Sorry, the T-Rex. That was a bit of A bit of a failed takeoff, really. Yeah, there was a rocket theme to this. Yeah, do not put me in charge of your space program. That is an important lesson. Thank you everyone for watching, and yes, there is one more day left on my mini puzzle hunt of one puzzle, and if you successfully complete it, you are guaranteed to get a set of 9 connected Sudoku puzzles by Ashish Kumar, which are they were fun. I enjoyed them. And you will also get be in the running to get the November 2021 complete set of classic Sudokus, advanced classic Sudokus, and the variant pack from his enthralling Sudoku Patreon for free. So yeah, very, very worth it. And go check out his enthralling Sudoku Patreon. It is well worth a look at for $5 a month, getting all of those puzzles every month. Thank you very much to everyone for watching, and good luck with your solving.